Yo, what's good? This is Chef David Olson with Live Fire Republic, and we've landed here in quite literally one of the most beautiful and breathtaking islands in the entirety of the Mediterranean. We're just southwest of Athens in Poros, Greece, at the home of my very good friend, founder of Primo Ceramic Grills, George Samaras. And together, we're throwing down the ultimate Greek-inspired pork souvlaki with homemade tzatziki and grilled pita entirely over live fire. I promise you don't want to miss this. Let's go. We've landed here at the local market in Poros. It's time to pick up our produce and hit the meat market. Let's go. Not really a smell of tomatoes. It was mostly for dramatic effect. We've got enough to feed a Greek army. We didn't leave a single animal on the farm here in Greece. We've got everything we need. It's time to light our fires. Let's go. George, thank you so much for having us here, man. This is amazing. What an incredible place you have here in Poros.
We are more than welcome. It's a nice place, but it's time for you to learn to cook the Greek way.
Wow, that's why I'm here. So this morning, we had a chance to get down to the market. You showed us all around town. You're the de facto unofficial mayor here of Poros, according to essentially everyone.
I stay in the back because you was the second most famous person here. So
exactly right.
Right, let's start learning how to cook.
What are we doing today? So I think you're gonna show me how to do some live fire souvlaki. We have like a homemade tzatziki. We're gonna fire off some pitas, but you're gonna show me how it's done, right?
I'll show you how to make the tzatziki. Okay, here we have pork.
Okay.
You can do it with shoulder or you can do it from the neck.
Excellent. Now
And
we got
you
the
have
neck,
to, yeah.
and we got the neck meat for today, right?
Yes. So you grab this, you cut in squares.
Perfect.
Right, let's work. And do a good job, eh?
Souvlaki, tell me about what is souvlaki? So, you know, us Americans, we're coming across here to the Mediterranean. We think of souvlaki and moussaka and these really classic Greek dishes, but what is it?
Souvlaki, it's the pork on the skewer. Gyro, it's the same meat. It's thinner.
Okay.
They put it on a big vertical skewer and they turn it. And the fire is on the side. And they start having from the outside to the inside. But it's a mix of pork and lamb.
And now, what do you like about pork for this dish? I mean, I think it's, you know, it just has that really nice, succulent, it's softer than neck meat, right?
Yeah, and with the garlic sauce and some onions. And in one dish, you eat everything. You eat bread, meat, yogurt, tomatoes, veggies.
That's right.
So you're done. The only missing is the beer.
There kind of some are rectangles. You think that's still acceptable though? Like we have some in a square, some in a rectangle?
Look, you can tell I'm not so picky.
Exactly right. How are we gonna season up? So if I wanted a really nice traditional souvlaki, what are we seasoning with here?
Actually, they put salt, pepper, some garlic, and oregano.
Dried oregano?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, George, these bad boys are cubed up. What's next? How do we season this?
Okay, now we put just a little olive oil.
Great.
Salt, how much you want?
Well, I don't know, I'm kind of like a miner. You know, like, the old coal miners, they have to come out and they re-season with tons of salt and tons of salt. Like, I need tons of salt, I feel like, to taste things. That looks about perfect.
When was the last time you did the test?
I haven't had it. But that's perfect, though.
Wrap it up.
Beautifully seasoned. And then now we have the olive oil on here, and that's a special olive oil because it came from your friend down at the market, right? Out of his farm?
Yeah, it's a local olive oil. Now you can throw some garlic. You want to do it? You want me to do it?
Lead the way, my friend. There you go. Beautiful. I
Take
like that.
some oregano, just spring it up.
And then tell me
It's
when.
a little windy.
Does that look about good right there?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, there we go.
Okay,
We'll look for good
now
measure.
Wrap it up.
Okay.
Now you grab one of the skewers and
Okay.
start put them in.
And then just go about 4 to 5 maybe per skewer.
Doesn't matter until you don't have more skewer.
Okay. How's that look right there?
Okay, yeah.
Is that a satisfactory souvlaki?
It's good. For first time, it's good.
Okay. We wouldn't sell that in the store, but that's good enough for who it's for.
No. With this one, you just get a working permit.
Gotcha. So George, you grew up here in the Athens area and now live in Poros. I mean, was souvlaki, was this a dish that you ate growing up as, with your family, or what were some of the favorite?
Yeah, because for the Greeks, the souvlaki, it's like the burger for the American.
I gotcha.
Or the chicken fingers. We are talking, but I'm noticing you're doing a good job, so I may say the good word about you.
You may tell people that I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
On my skewer. Thanks, George. I appreciate it. Tell me, what was a traditional family experience like around dinner time? So would it be cooking around the fire? What is a traditional?
Look, I grew up downtown Athens, so it's impossible to cook, to grill over there. It's like grilling in New York.
Right.
But over the weekends, we would go into the summer house. And then, we had this normal, from the hardware cooking grates, you open fire and you cook them.
That's great.
And somehow, one day I came across these Kamado-style cookers and was like, oh boy, this is good. So
Changed the game entirely,
changed
didn't
the
it?
game.
George, what do you think, man? Skewers are all done?
Oh, they look great.
They do?
Let's put them out because everybody's hungry.
And about how long do we cook these over the charcoal? Because we're about 450 or so.
20 minutes.
Our souvlaki is down. We got 20 minutes total on the cook, but about 10 minutes and we'll flip it halfway through, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Now I'm going to show you how to make the good pitas.
That's amazing. Okay, what do we do
You take
first?
some olive oil.
Okay.
You just throw some up here.
Just a little bit, right?
Yeah, just a little. And you can brush it. But also because it's enough olive oil, you can take the other one and wrap them.
Very cool. So you don't
So
have...
you are split in the oil.
Yes, and you don't have tons of oil covering each one,
Yeah.
right?
And you can put oil only on one side, it's fine.
And I'm just about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit less
Yeah.
of olive oil, and that's enough for both pitas.
Yeah. After you do this, you need to put some salt.
Okay.
And I put the pitas on top of the meat.
Wait, so before the meat's done cooking, you take the pitas that have been lightly seasoned with the olive oil and you just get it right over the top of the meat while it's still cooking?
Yeah. So
Wow.
when the meat is ready, the pita is ready.
That's incredible. And,
Instead to wait for hours.
what's the benefit? Does the pita absorb some of the
I'll
juices?
tell you everything. I'm going to have to kill you, man. But then when it's ready, you just flip it. So you put the meat on top. So the pita is absorbing the juice from the meat.
Wow.
It gives better taste.
Okay.
Let me help you with.
Perfect. I love that idea. Really light crack of salt and pepper.
Put one
Okay.
more. Next. Next.
Great.
Next. Man, you make a mess. Just put them on. Now, you open the grill, you put them on.
Okay, perfect.
I'm helping you. Hey, come on. Just throw them up.
Wow.
As
And
many as you can put.
should we put some over the sausages too? Is that fine?
Yeah, it's fine. It's juice.
Take a look at that, guys. We're gonna have all that smoke. We're gonna have the juices from the souvlaki. We have those artisanal sausages that are in there. And all of that juice and the smoke is just rolling up into the pita. That is a great trick. All right, George, let's dive into the tzatziki. Where do we start at?
Okay, take one cucumber, start peel it off. Peel it off.
Look at this. There we go. All right, here we go. Come on. So we're gonna peel the skin off of
Are you sure he's a chef? Did you saw his diploma?
There we go, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna remove the skin, this fibrous exterior portion of the cucumber. Is this an English cucumber? Is this what we call this in the US?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now let me show you what you do. Cut it half.
Oh, nice.
And with a spoon, try to scoop out all the seeds.
Great.
And the reason is because they have too much water, you want it as dry as possible.
So when it gets in
Because when you put in the yogurt doesn't become milk. Chop it as small as possible.
Okay.
There is a trick. Grab the cucumber and try to squeeze it and take out as much water as possible.
Okay, so we're even further.
Yeah. All the juice out.
There's a ton of juice still in there.
Yeah. Dump it in.
Now it's much more dry, and it's, as you said, it's gonna make the tzatziki so much less milky per se. So Greek yogurt, this traditional 5% Greek yogurt. So
Yeah,
about
just
how much are we looking for here?
How many people you have? That doesn't matter.
So almost a full kind of tub of the
Yeah,
tzatziki
we're
is fine.
6-7 people plus
That's right.
your fans.
Plus my fans, all my fans that are floating around Poros.
Leave it here. We need you need the dill to chop the dill.
Got it, right here. Directly from the produce market here this morning. Super fragrant. We move the parsley back to the side. And just a rough chop on this, is that's all we need?
No, rough, small.
Small,
Yeah.
Okay.
You can put as much as you want, really. I think it's enough. Just
Enough?
Dump it in.
Okay.
Now we put garlic. Yeah.
Now next thing goes the,
Salt.
how do I prepare, I don't even know how I prepare the garlic for tzatziki. How do I do this?
You do it smaller so you can put it in the thing to crush it.
Oh, very cool. So the chop, and now we're gonna use the little crusher. Nice, I like that. And about how much garlic do we need in this, George?
Oh, depend if you want to kiss somebody tonight or not. I think in the meantime we should take out the pitas.
Listen, I gotta get some chef bites. This sausage looks incredible. And frankly, we're the ones really working out here. It's the middle of the Mediterranean. Everyone's sitting by the pool. Chef's gotta eat too. That's insane.
Yamas.
Yamas.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's messy but it's good.
Wow. That's incredible. That pork, it just comes totally through. It's so tender and rich, but it's so darn juicy and smoky from the Primo ceramic. It's amazing. Well, George, this was such a special experience. Thank you so much for having us
No
here.
No problem.
I appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you.
Y'all, this has been tzatziki, souvlaki, and grilled pita over live fire from Poros, Greece. Stay hungry. Yo, if you've loved this episode as much as we've loved taking you on the adventure, do a couple things for me. Smash that subscribe and like, drop us a comment down below, and let us know about your very favorite international culinary adventure. Make sure you're subscribing, liking, and following my friends over at Primo Ceramic Grills. For all these recipes and more, get at us at livefirerepublic.com. And until then, the time for talk is over. Let's eat.